when we'll be planning our refrigerator position in these directions, especially SSW, so your refrigerator condition will not be okay. It will be needing again and again the repairing part. We all have a refrigerator in our home, but we are very confused that where we have to put that kind of machinery, what are the best directions for the same and what are the worst. So in this part we'll be discussing all about that, what are the best and worst directions for the same and what kind of health issues it can give if it is coming in the wrong direction. So let's start first with the water element directions. If we are planning a refrigerator in the north side or the water element directions, N or NNE or northeast, so in these parts, in these directions, just avoid placing refrigerator. Why? Because not only it is good for the as per the directions, but it is worst for the health problems. It gives you major health issues regarding swelling, itching or health issues, some other problems also, body skin problems also, skin issues also. So avoid having the north side or northeast or northeast side your refrigerator position. With this, it gives stomach issues also to the ones who are having their north side refrigerator positions. Then after the water element directions, if we discuss about the air element directions, so refrigerator positions, we can say that you can have your refrigerator positions in the air element directions. You all know what are the directions for the air element. So in air element you can place, but avoid the gray color shades, avoid the shimmering shades of the refrigerator positions, black or silver, gray, glittering shades. These shades are completely avoided in the air element side directions. Otherwise you can have your refrigerator position in this directions. It's okay, we can have it. Then in the fire element, in the fire element also we can say that refrigerator positions can come in the southeast or southeastern and south, but in the same directions you have to completely take care about the color of the refrigerator. Their position in the refrigerator is perfectly okay, but colors are black family and the blue family. You have to completely avoid these kind of color combinations refrigerator in these directions of the fire element. Glittering shades, shining shades or blue shades, any shade of blue or any shade of black, silver or gray, you have to completely avoid. Then coming to the earth element. In the earth element SSW, then southwest, these two directions are not at all recommendable to have your refrigerator position, because southwest is a zone for disposal. First of all, when we'll be planning our refrigerator position in these directions, especially SSW, so your refrigerator condition will not be okay. It will be needing again and again the repairing part. So this is the first condition, that because of this you have to completely avoid your refrigerator position in SSW. Second reason is it gives health issues, especially the stomach problems. It involves the bloating issues or stomach problems when we place our refrigerator in the SSW, the disposal direction. Then in southwest, again you have to avoid, because this is a very sensitive zone, and in this zone avoid placing any kind of machinery, not only refrigerator but avoid any kind of machinery in the southwest direction. Then coming to the space element directions. In space element there are at least two directions in which you have to completely avoid, that is west and the west southwest. West and west southwest, whenever we place refrigerators in these two directions, so it gives the throat problems, the problems which relates to your throat. So avoid having the refrigerator position in these two directions, especially the west and the west southwest. And if you are already having, then what kind of remedies we can give, that will be discussing definitely. But first, in these two directions are, we can say they are the worst directions to have your refrigerator positions. Then coming to the other directions of space element, that is west, northwest or NNW, in these two directions NNW also you have to completely avoid. NNW direction is not made for the refrigerator. It's not good for the, if we compare this position of refrigerator in the NNW, so we can say it again gives the health issues somewhere. Avoid having refrigerator in the NNW direction. Then west, northwest, northwest, in these two directions you can have it, no issues, we can have your refrigerator position, but avoid having red shades or cherry shades of the refrigerator in these two directions, red and green. Green is not there in the refrigerator, but red is there. So you have to completely avoid these colors of color combinations of the refrigerator in these west, northwest and northwest. Otherwise you can have it, you can place your refrigerator in these positions. So some of the directions majorly are the water element directions and the space element directions. Some of them you have to avoid, otherwise you can have it, and earth element too. In this way we noticed that there are some directions you have to completely avoid, and some of the directions are there which are completely good for the same machinery. But in this refrigerator position you have to take care of the color combinations and the cover of that. If the color combinations are not going well as per the specific directions in which it is allowed, so you have to take care of the color combination. Just take out the right color for it, and then there will be no issues with having the refrigerator position in the right directions.